Hi, welcome to NOS 130. My name is Mark Howell. I'll be your instructor for this semester. This is Windows single user, so hopefully you're in the right place. What I want to do is go through a little bit of the Start Here section, which will allow me to go through the syllabus, grading, kind of expectations for what each week we'll have to share. I'll show you a little bit of activity for the first week. Actually, it's a little bit more than a week since we started on a Thursday. So let's get started. So like I said, my name is Mark Howell. Now, I am an adjunct instructor, so I don't have an office on Malin campus. But if you send me an email, we'll find a way to connect if you need any, either answer the questions via email or through setting up a video chat, whichever makes sense for both of us at the time. My email is mhowell@malin.edu. I put my mobile phone number there. Being an adjunct, have other things going on, try to use that just be careful about using my phone. So my preference for communication, it's via through email. Now we'll promise you I'll try to get back to you within 24 hours. Weekends may be a little bit more challenging, but that's the my goal is to get back with you as quickly as possible, because I don't want to leave you hanging, waiting for things. If you have a question on a topic or an assignment, I want you to be able to go through and get everything you need in a timely fashion. One of the first things you're going to do is complete the entry exercise. It's basic. I think it's a 3-question quiz that allows you to answer things about the syllabus. The syllabus that I have here, let's bring that up. See if it'll. So here it is, so it's NOS 130-99 for 95 at fall 2024. Basically, it's an online class, so everything will be performed asynchronously. So you'll have to be checking Moodle and your email fairly regular to make sure there's no last-minute changes or questions. The book that we'll be using is a MindTap book, where we'll have both the text, exams, lab assignments, and we'll kind of go through those. As we go through the semester, we'll see how well those labs work. Some MindTap classes I've had in the past, the labs work very well, and sometimes they didn't. So as we go through these, so far I have not found any real big issue, but we'll go through that. In mind, all the assignments there'll be a link in Moodle that'll direct you to the appropriate assignment. Definitely want to make sure you've got a computer with high-speed internet and a browser to use MindTap. Tablets or iPhones definitely won't cut it. Chromebooks, you've got internet access, that might work. Haven't tested it out, but have to double check. So ways to get a hold of me, like I said, is the instructor information. I don't have an office, but we'll work out something there. Phone numbers, communication. Now this system is basically includes operating systems and concepts for a single user system. So it deals with software configurations, just software support issues based upon both personal and a technical standpoint, so that kind of viewing it from a tech support point of view more than a scientist point of view. Some of the standard course core outcomes that Malin's looking for is basically we want to make sure you develop your strength in both your knowledge, your skills, your abilities to be successful in the workforce. And this class will cover a lot of things that will help you in an IT related field, either whether you're going into that field or you potentially have to work with somebody that is in that field. So the college core competency will look at your oral and written communication. Being an online class, oral may be a little bit harder to play with, but definitely the written acts best. Critical thinking, problem solving, that'll definitely come into play. Working as a group or a team, this class probably won't play much into that, but it's a skill that I think you definitely need to make sure you're developing is in your curriculum that you're laying out. Now, how the class will be evaluated, you're going to have weekly labs. So those will hopefully be, even though it does say hands-on, I left hands-on in there only from the standpoint is that the online MindTap labs don't work. We may try to switch back to hands-on using your computer, your phones to do some of the labs. So I kind of left that in there. Exams and quizzes, there'll be a chapter exam and there'll be a midterm and a final. So you'll have something for each of the modules, and I think there are 11 modules in this text. So there'll be 5 module exams, a midterm, 6 module exams, and then a final exam. The final will be an inclusive final covering all the material through the whole semester. So I just thought I'd let you know. The grading system, I think it's the 90, 80, 70 scale. But if you need to double check that, go ahead and click the link. Definitely want to make sure you're following all the academic integrity, but the student code of conduct, your student handbook. Definitely want to make sure you adhere to the attendance policy. Your assignments each week is what I'm going to be gauging your attendance on. So if you don't turn in any assignments during the period of week, you'll be marked absent, and then after a couple of absences, you may be dropped from the class. So just keep that in mind. Now, Maitland is committed to an environment that's non-discriminatory, both in how I teach the class, how we interact with each other, and also amongst my peers, which I guess you won't, but we won't practice or condone any discrimination, race, sex, color, national origin, religion, sex, gender, sexual orientation, gender identity or expression, pregnancy, disability, genetic information, age, political affiliation, veteran status, all of that stuff we will try not to. And if for some reason you sense that you think there's a problem going on, contact any one of the 3 people listed in this email here. ADA policy, try to make sure that all the material I'm presenting in this class allows people with disability a chance to do the class as somebody without a disability. Course withdrawal, you can choose to withdraw the course with up to about 75% of the point term in the class, and that's about November 12th. The last day to drop or add a class is August 26th, so it gives you a little over a week to decide if you want to drop or add another class. If you want to withdraw with a W, you have to submit that request by November 12th. if you miss 2 weeks consecutive, and you're giving me no notification, you'll be dropped the class and you can't re-enroll, and you may face, you may have to pay back whatever financial aid. So just make sure that you keep me in the loop as to what's going on in your life, so that if there's something that comes up that you may not be able to attend, I can work with you on some things there. But you can't, if an assignment's due on Wednesday, and you tell me, Tuesday night, you just got to give me a little bit more notice to figure out what's the best way to deal with the situation. So being an online class, I don't think we'll have to worry about inclement weather, unless the weather really knocks everything out, and then you can't get online, and in that case we'll deal with that. A tentative course schedule that I've got here is between start of class on the 15th to the 26th. It's pretty much getting started, getting your textbook, and allow you a chance to get started. So the first 3 or 4 days, making sure your textbook and everything's in your getting started class, so the assignments are taken care of. And then we'll go through pretty much a module a week. There's some weeks that I've got here that's an extra week just because of holidays. So you'll see that staggered throughout. So you got a little bit of Labor Day, fall break, Thanksgiving comes into play there. All of those, you get a little extra time. There'll be a week of review. Kind of got an extra slot in there that if we need to have a review or extend a chapter down because things are slowing down, or concentration is not working as well as we like, that we want to make sure we get some a little more time on a topic, we've got an extra week there. And then you got the final exam. So I'm trying to cover as many options as I can, but that's my ballpark guess. Now we've got, as far as academic integrity, the biggest thing I want to make sure is that being an online class, yes, you can work as a team, you can work as groups if you need to, as a study group, but I'm expecting you to do your own work. That doesn't mean you can't work together to try to figure this out, but it's got to be your work and not them. Especially with AI and things like that, I want it to be your thought process, your challenge, your ability that we're grading, because this only helps benefit you in the long run. You get in a job interview, you can't rely on a partner to give you the information to help that. So let's go through that. Now, I will definitely try to respond to email, like I said, within 24 hours. Like I said, the weekends may be a little bit more interesting, but we'll play that out as the semester goes on. But basically, since I want you to exceed, just turn in the assignments, make sure I get enough advance notice, make sure you're being honest with yourself and with your classmates. Keep track of readings and notes that are and assignments. If you need help, let me know. Send me an email. We'll set up a time to work out the solution. Class participation, basically it's logging in and submitting information. So just keep that in mind. Now, even though I will specify in Moodle what the date and time things are expected. I won't allow late time, late assignments. Should give you approximately 10 days or more based on if you fall in one of those special weeks. You may get more than that, but basically it'll be 10 days. You'll get an assignment on Monday, and they'll be due on midnight on Wednesday. So that gives you more than enough time to do the assignments. But unless it's an emergency, and here it's letting me know within 24 hours or more for a valid reason. And then we can talk about it, and then I'll give you an extension or not based on what your extension is or the reason is. So, let's see. I won't be dropping any grades. So we'll see on that. Now, let's see if I can get back over here. So basically our weekly schedule is, if I set the times right, new assignments will be posted at midnight on Sunday. And then they'll be due usually the week. So you have a full week from Monday to Monday and then up till Wednesday at midnight to keep there. Remember, there's no late work, no makeup work, unless we've let me know in more than 24 hours to give an answer that. No extra credit assignments. The things you got to do that first week is, watch basically the video. I'm assuming you're watching now. But you got to watch the introduction video, course syllabus quiz, course entry quiz, connect to the textbook, and we'll go into that a little bit later. You go ahead and review the technical support resources and then begin with Module 11. Now he says Module 11. This textbook was geared for an A+ certification with Part 1, Chapters 1 or Module 1 to 10 being hardware and 11 to 22, I think, for the software side of the A+ certification. So that's why you're going to get starting a little bit later in the textbook. But you can still use all that information from Module 1 through there, reading the text and things like that if you want other follow-up. And there'll be a couple of chapters I may refer you back to a section in hardware that may help with the software side. Now, connecting your textbook to Moodle and the Cengage MindTap textbook, I've attached a file here that should be able to say, now you should be able to do this one. This is one way of doing it. You can take this link and then log into your MindTap account. If there's a couple other links as far as, you want to make sure you get step-by-step instructions, you can go here, but I think this is going to be fairly straightforward. If you need more help in navigating your MindTap, there is a introduction link. There's some technical support numbers. I can help you with some, but I think your best bet is going to be to call their tech support. I've already had to use them in setting up some things on my end. They're very professional, very knowledgeable, and it's been very helpful. If you want to verify if your browser will work, pretty much if you have a choice, I would stay with Chrome, would be the browser of choice. A few things with Safari I've had issues working with, so I would gear more towards using Chrome more than anything else. So you'll need to finish up that exercise, as you're linking in that textbook. The other way you can do it, if you click this link, it will proceed
Unknown
to
caller.
This link will get you to the textbook, and if your system is linked already, it'll bring you right to the textbook or to the class, and you can also use that link to log into MindTap directly. So it's just there for your convenience. Now, I've already taken the syllabus quiz. to go through this. And then, so I want to show you kind of what you can expect each week. So once you've taken the syllabus quiz, you'll notice you'll start seeing the modules appear. And I try to put the dates of when it starts and when it ends, so you can kind of get an idea as to, on the August 28th, you can guess that all the assignments are due on the 28th. As dates and certain conditions expire the other weeks, but you can pretty much tell that you got 5 modules midterm, and then finish up with the remaining modules prep, final exam. So in each module, I will identify learning objectives we will try to accomplish in this. In this first section, you can see them listed there. I will post either internet resources, and some may be YouTube videos, some may be articles. These are for your reference, other ways of you can help yourself master the material. No assignments will be based off these, but they'll just go through. Now, I will try to remind you again when assignments are due, so you can get it by the title of the module, you can get it with the title in the assignments section, and you'll also see it as you go into MindTap. You'll see the due date listed there too. So you'll get 3 or 4 ways of knowing when assignments are due. Each one of these links will get you to, some of them it'll be reading, some of it'll be a lab simulation. Now, MindTap has 2 different ways of doing it. They've got a lab simulation where it's all kind of self-contained, and then they also have a virtual machine environment where they've got 5 different virtual machines linked together, and I may use some of those assignments as going through, but we'll see how they play out. Like I said, each exam will have, each chapter, each module will have an exam. And with that, I will, there'll usually be multiple choice. They will be timed. You'll have 2 attempts, and I will take your highest score. So hopefully that helps you understand what we expect in the class. If you have any questions, any issues, let me know, and I will be more than happy to try to work with you to try to get them resolved, because I'm here to help you master this material and make yourself better prepared for the IT world. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.